And if he is not there, if he's not there, then he has a setup on Myers Homes. Mitch tries to shut him up, but he can't be made to hear it. Benny just doesn't care anymore. Mama Rose gets the information and then walks down the hall and makes a phone call. She says, and I quote, "Get the body of that damn DA bitch and find him. Put the body in the trunk of his car and unleash hell on wherever he is. I don't care who's in the way, man, woman, or child. We can never let them know that it is all right to go after Malone." The last group of people we come to is Veronica, Jeffrey, Nurse Callahan, Rosita, Veronica's housekeeper, David, and Catherine. Veronica comes walking into the hospital and she goes over to Jeffrey. She asks, "How is my grandchild?" And he says he doesn't know. Veronica asks, did she die? And he says he doesn't know anything yet. Veronica then walks over to the nurse's station and she speaks with Nurse Callahan. Nurse Callahan tells her that the doctor is with other patients right now, and he will page the doctor for her once he's done with his other patients. Veronica then starts to threaten the nurse. Oh, she's so tedious, y'all. She starts to threaten the nurse and says that if the doctor isn't here within 3 minutes, then she's going to have the nurse fired. Then she comes over to Jeffrey and then she moves the woman, one of the people in the hospital, out of the seat. And then the woman moves and lets her have the seat. And then Veronica moves the woman out of the other seat next to Jeffrey. So she's pretty much moved this woman out of 2 seats, which is, ridiculous. And then she starts in on Jeffrey. Jeffrey tells her that you can't help being a bitch, can you? And then she says, the only person that's being a bitch right now is you. Then Jeffrey starts to blame her again for the situation that they're in. Jeffrey tells her that Melissa tried to kill herself because of her. She doesn't want to take the blame for it or believe it. She asks Jeffrey, is she the villain? And Jeffrey says, yes, you are the villain. And then she says that all of everything that she's done is on Melissa. Jeffrey doesn't even want to talk to her anymore. But she says, that can't be helped because I'm your defense attorney now. Now I have to ask this question. Is Veronica the only lawyer in town? They're in Savannah, Georgia. Savannah is small, from what I've heard of it. But she can't be the only lawyer in that town. You mean to tell me that David, who is a judge, can't find Jeffrey a decent lawyer? Is she the only lawyer there? What's going on here? There are more people in law school right now than there are lawyers. So you mean to tell me that he can't find a lawyer anywhere else, that he has to consistently put up with this woman and all of her crap? I don't get it. I don't get it. Where was I, y'all? Because I've gotten mad. Where was I? Oh, okay. I'm back. Then Veronica goes to make a phone call to Rosita, her housekeeper. She expects Rosita to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to come clean her house. And from what I could gather from the phone call, Rosita probably can't get to her house because of the bus. I don't think the buses run at 4 a.m. in the morning. So Rosita has a problem there. And then Veronica threatens Rosita with the same threat that she gave Nurse Callahan. If you don't do what I say, you're fired, pretty much. Then Jeffrey gets a phone call from David. David asks Jeffrey where he is, and then Jeffrey says that he's at the hospital. Jeffrey tells David that Melissa tried to kill herself tonight. And David asks, is Veronica behind this? And Jeffrey says yes. David wants to come and talk to him alone. Jeffrey tells David that you might not want to come down here because Veronica is here and you know how crazy she is. But David tells Jeffrey that he's going to come anyway. Veronica asks, what is it? Who are you talking to? And then Jeffrey tells her that David is asking about me and he wants to come talk to me. Then she pulls out her compact as if, to ready herself because David may want to see her. As if, to make herself look pretty for David. Then they ask a few more questions, and she says, if I have bags under my eyes for court, I'm going to stomp that hoe. As in, Melissa. She's blaming, I guess, that she has wrinkles and bags under her eyes on Melissa. Jeffrey then is amazed that Veronica has no sympathy, and she doesn't have any sympathy. She has no sympathy or real feeling for anything or anyone, only herself. Then all of a sudden, Catherine appears and says, hello, Veronica, and Veronica speaks back to Catherine, and that's when the story ends. It was such a wonderful episode. It was wonderfully heartfelt, so filled with emotion. Rest in peace, Quincy. Rest in peace. I mean, it's really a shame that has happened to him, as I said at the beginning of the video. But I really think it was a really good and clever move on Tyler Perry's part. I thought it was very clever to have him die. It would really raise the tension up a few more knots. My MVP of the episode is Hanna. I thought that her acting was very good. I believed all of her sorrow. I loved when she said life is a loop. I loved when she said that. That whole section with her and Benny was like the best scene of the night. So she is my MVP, and she will be in my thumbnail, for my video. My next video will be called My Grandson's War. So it's obviously going to be about Mitch and the Malones, and that's it will be focused on that storyline, and that's one of my favorite ones so far. Come back next week for my next video. And I have really, really enjoyed this, and I'm so glad to be back doing this for my subscribers and for myself. Enjoy your life as I do, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so very much.